Hey, everybody. It is Stephanie here with Monday Manna, and we're so excited and glad to have you to be a part. Listen, we have a very, very, very strong lineup today for Monday Manna, and we're so grateful and excited and glad that you decided to join us on this evening. Listen, today, come on in and like, comment, share, and go ahead and tag a few people to come on in the room today. We are very excited that we have some titans of gospel music that are going to be sharing with us today. And I'm very grateful. Go ahead and like, comment, and share. Go ahead and say where you're from. Donalyn, thanks for tuning in today. Go ahead and say where you're from. And I'm very excited that we have some amazing people that are going to be coming to join us today. And so go ahead, like, comment, and share and tag. God bless you guys. Thanks for coming in. God bless you, Carla. Thanks for tuning in. We're excited. We're grateful for this. And we want you to like, comment, and share and tag a few people to come in because we got some very exciting discussions and interviews that's coming up. Hi, Juan. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. We're so grateful that and glad that you guys are here with us on Monday Manna on this evening. And we have an exciting lineup. So go ahead and come on in, like, tag, comment, and share for you guys to come on in the house because we got some exciting things happening this evening for Monday Manna. Listen, we have some amazing people that are going to be coming. We're going to be having some discussions around SMAC, which is the Singers and Musicians Conference, by the Rose of Gospel herself, Dr. Dorinda Clark Cole. She is in the room today. She is in the house, and we're so excited. We have so many people that are coming on today. We're going to be sharing and discussing the wonderful things that are going to be taking place on SMAC in August 5th through the 8th. And I'm telling you what, this is something that you most definitely don't want to miss. You most definitely want to come and be a part of this wonderful SMAC conference. And I'm going to introduce the panel today. It's a mighty Russian panel, saints. It's a mighty Russian panel. We are grateful for that. So we have some queens of the B3 hymn and organ that are joining us on this evening. We have some queens of reharmonization that are going to be joining us. We're going to have Derest in the house. We have Trina in the house. And I tell you what, these are some playing sisters. Okay, they gonna play and they're gonna leave no crumbs. I'm gonna let you know that right now. They're gonna leave no crumbs for anybody. All right. So then we also have one of my great friends that we go all the way back. We go all the way back to middle school. He's a social media influencer. He is the professor at the Oberlin School of Music. He is doing his thing, and him and his brothers are also amazing. We're going to have Jaron LeGrier in the house. He's in the room. He's in the room. Somebody say in the chat, he's in the room. He's in the room. Then we're going to have none other, Grammy Award winning. She serves as the governor at large of the New York chapter of the Grammys. We have none other than Syreeta Thompson, trumpet lady, in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to go ahead. We're going to make some noise in this room today because let me tell y'all something. The Rose of Gospel herself, the Rose of Gospel, no voice like her voice in the world. And I tell you what, she's a Grammy Award winning gospel artist. She's amazing. She is somebody's preacher. She will prophesy you under the table. She'll preach. She does it all. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to bring this panel after this video. So let's go ahead and make some noise. Let's make this SMAC panel feel warm and welcome, Manna family. And let's go ahead and we're going to celebrate. So you're going to get ready to see and hear from all of us after you see this video. And we'll see you in a few.
Monday Manna. Destiny, Monday Manna, blessing, Monday Manna, is here for you. Monday Manna, healing, Monday Manna, victory, Monday Manna, breakthrough, Monday Manna, is here for you. Monday Manna, liberty, Monday Manna, clarity, Monday Manna, what you need, Monday Manna, is here for you. Monday Manna, 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 Monday Manna.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey,
we got Titans in the house today.
Titans
Titans
in
in
the
the house.
house.
We got the Rose of Gospel herself.
I'm
Oh, Monday
glad to be.
Manna.
I finally came from my garden to be with y'all.
Yes.
I am so excited about being here with you, Stephanie, and this gang, the Titans. I love it. I love it.
We got Dr. Dorinda Clark Cole in the house, y'all. The Rose of
Yes.
Gospel.
I
Yes.
am excited. I'm excited about being here. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for having us and having this time with this wonderful panel. And let me tell you something, girl, you got it going on. I like Hannah Manna.
Oh,
Hannah Manna.
Yes, yes,
I love it. I love it.
oh, thank
See,
you.
see, that's just a sneak peek of what's going on with you. Girl, you got it going on. And I'm so glad you really allowed us to be on your platform to share all the wonderful things that are happening right in through here.
Yes. Hey, I'm honored that all of y'all have come. And
Yes,
Dr. Dorinda, I wanted to ask you because I feel like Smack is back. And
yes, it
I'm so
is.
excited that it's back. And I wanted to ask you, why does this moment feel so significant that it's back? There's excitement in the air. There's anticipation. And can you share with the audience, like, why is Smack so amazing? We know that it is.
Well, let me just tell you why I'm so excited that it is back. Well, of course, during the pandemic, we had to kind of shut it down because of, and
Yes.
so since that time, we were really trying to figure out how can we stay connected with everyone. And of course we would have our different social media things going on. Thank God for Zoom. We want to thank God for the Zoom church, the Zoom
Yes.
rooms,
Yes.
because that was the only way that we could communicate, and especially to
Yeah.
find out how many people were still connected to Smack. Having Smack being in existence for over like 15 some odd years, and then me trying to redevelop and having a team,
Yes.
like all of you all having a team to really kind of keep the waves moving, and knowing what's next and how can we rekindle the fire. We all can play, we all can sing, but there is always something that we can add to what we are doing. And I really want to say that Smack has really been, I say, a vehicle for a lot of people who were
Yes.
trying. And I like to say break in, as to say it is something that we get a lot of people to be a part of. And so we got a lot of people to break into the industry and understand what it really was about, to really have information on how to hone in on your craft and how to develop more, because there is always somebody better than me. There's always somebody better than us. And so what we have to do, we got to stay in the game. I preach a message called stay in the game. You
All
got to
right, now
stay in the
stay in the
game.
game.
So
Yes.
you got to know what's happening. So conferences is what helps us to stay in the game, because you're always getting new ideas. And the thing about it, the wonderful thing that I love about how God tailors our gifts. Nobody has the same gift. Everybody has a different interpretation of how we really use our gifts. And
Yes.
so when God allowed me to come up with the idea of the Smack, I was kind of like my mom. My mom, the late great
Yes.
Dr. Mattie Moss Clark, who
Yes.
had a music school. The music school was all private lessons.
Wow.
So we had private lessons for singing, we had private lessons for piano, we had private lessons for organ. Of course, Twinkie was teaching that, but she didn't stay in that long.
Yes.
Sometimes y'all's attention span is not long at all. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna say that to musicians. Y'all attention spans And so she got tired, and then we all started traveling. The sisters started traveling because people would come in and say, "Is my teacher here?" We say, "No, they're not here. They're on the road." So we
Wow.
eventually had to close the school, and then I developed having smack on the road. So that's how it really started, and that was down at, I think, in 2007, 2008. We were really,
Wow.
really, yeah, we were moving all since that time. And then, of course, when my mom passed away, then it gave me a little bit more reins to do a lot more. And so
Yes.
that's really how it, to really make a long story short, that's how Smack started. So we've been on the road for a long time, and now we
Yes.
back. Smack is back.
Yes, and I think that's so beautiful because I feel like it's a continuation of the very strong and solid legacy that Maddie Moss Clark herself, that she
Mhm.
paved the way, and you're just continuing on to take what she did to the next level, and what a legacy. I mean, that's
Yeah.
so awesome.
Yeah, and I think about it a lot, Stephanie, and you guys, about how God has allowed us to carry legacy,
Wow.
because every last one of you on the screen have a legacy, and you have to carry on what your mom, your dad,
Mm,
whomever was your greatest influence in your life, you have to carry that on, and then God tailor makes that just for you, so that you can
mm.
continue to take the gift and move it forward. We gotta be creative enough to make somebody else big.
See, that's big talk. That's
Yeah,
real,
we
Dr. Clark.
have to be.
That's
We, we,
real.
we, we're not going to be, well, I'm going to say y'all younger, way, way younger than me. But, I won't be on the scene for a long time. But however God has me here, I'm going to do what he wants me to do for this season, this time, and for his people. And I believe God has me here to really create something that the musicians and singers, and even those that are in art, that they can continue on the legacy, not just for the Clarks, but for just what you are about. And I think that that's something that God has given me to do, and I'm excited about doing it.
Yes. I think that's so powerful. And I'll let anybody else who wants to chime in too, because like
Yes.
God has all given us grace and giftings of things to do. And we have, somebody said, when you look on a tombstone, you see the time that they're birthed and then the time that they die, but in between is
That's
that
right.
dash. We have
Hmm.
that dash to make an impact. It's an opportunity to make an impact. And I heard Apostle D. Williams say, hey, it's our ancestors, those that have come before us, they paved the way. But she said, right now, we're the ancestors paving the
Hmm.
way for this next generation. And I just think that it's
Absolutely.
just so impactful. And I love the smack concept and what it's going to birth and what it's going to
Hmm.
do and the opportunities that are going to come out of this for people
Yeah.
that sit under your tutelage, Dr. Clark.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But you know what? I want to say this, and I want to share this, because I think um, how we can really kind of move with this with Jaron, because he was there at the smack that we had for the Stellars.
Yes, he was.
And he can kind of talk about just the experience that he had there. And that was the first one we actually brought back after COVID.
Wow.
And we thought that the 40 years of Stellars be in existence, that Smack would be a perfect place that we could launch it again, and start it not over again, but just kind of relive what we've done. So I want him to kind of talk about his
Yes.
experience there.
Mhm. Oh my goodness. It was such an honor to be there. And it was so fun. It was so fun. And the room was live. Okay. That
Mhm.
was live and so interactive. And I think that interaction helps not only the artist, but it helps the panel. It helps, everybody teaching, everybody, listening. We all were kind of, it was like just a mega masterclass, if you will.
Mhm. Yeah.
Where everybody just, the people who sang, they got feedback, but they got encouragement. They got all of that wonderful stuff that I think is so vital for artistic growth. You want to hear what we
Mhm.
can do better or differently, or just challenge our thinking, in some
Mhm.
way. But it's also nice to see a smile when you singing something. It's also nice to see somebody say, go ahead, those sorts
Yeah.
of things. And so the room was all of that and more, you know. And it was so welcoming in it. That was probably one of my favorite experiences, so far
Yeah.
professionally, just being in a room with so many like-minded people. We had Lisa Noel Smith in there. I want to say the Mr. McClurkin was in there. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, it was so many people who I listened to growing up and who I gleaned from over the years. Who I'm like, oh my God, I'm sitting next to these people. Like these people, I would listen to them on my iPod, when I was in middle school, and I'm like, they sit next to me, So it was just so nice to be in those sorts of room, and everybody was, tangible, and everybody learned from each other. I loved that part of it, and I think it's so
Yeah.
vital.
Yeah, and I think that it's so important that we kind of build a camaraderie when
Mm.
it comes to the same kind of gifts that we have. I think that's what we're doing now, even with the female musicians and the male musicians. Because,
Yes.
but the wonderful thing about it is that when we make real good music, when the Lord really comes in, is when we can all gel together and then make up that beautiful sound that has never been done. I mean, because that's what I'm excited about with Smack, because this is going to be something that I don't even think that you all know how this is going to work, because it's going to be
It's blowing up.
explosive. Yeah, it's
Yes.
going to blow our minds to see how God has given us such great talent. When you think of the talent that we have on the screen, of course, Stephanie, Trina, Derest, and of course, Syreeta. These are
Oh, yes.
talented, very fine musicians who have been around a long time, but yet and still they're relevant and very innovative. And so that's the reason why I'm pulling on them. I'm pulling on them because I don't think, I know they got what it takes to be able to get other musicians and get them involved and to let them know that there's so much more than what you have.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to pull it out of them. And that's what I usually do. I think that's
Yes.
what Jerron was talking about. How I usually in Smack with the showcases, and I think he saw that night, is that sometimes I can see some things that I know that you can do better,
Yes.
and I'll go up on the stage and I'll go
Ooh.
and I'll sing with them, or I'll sing right where my seat is, and I'll say, no, I want you to sing this song because this song fits you, you know. And come to find out, when that happens, the whole audience is like, what? So that's
Yes.
one of the things that God has given me, to birth something into the singers, so that they can see that there's so much more than what meets the eye.
That's powerful. And it sounds to me that like Smack is a safe space to grow and to learn and to glean, like from
Yes.
the experts like yourself, that give them constructive criticism to help take them to the next level. And I don't know if Trina or Syreeta want to kind of chime in on also their past experiences with Smack, because I know this is uh they've been to other wonderful Smack conferences, and I don't know if any of you guys would like to chime in on that.
Oh, sure. Well, one aspect that I absolutely love, and being a part of Dr. Cole's vision is the aspect of community that she builds. And her, and I'll just be transparent. When she reached out to me, I actually thought that it was like, I thought maybe she texted the wrong person. But I even go back. I was like, oh, okay, maybe, then she texted me again. I was like, okay, she's serious. And then I'll go back to when we first met, and I'm not gonna go back to that'll tell a lot of when we first met, and she mentioned to me about the conference, I never knew that there was such a conference. So her commitment to community, her commitment to establishing a movement of singers and musicians, and not just committing to it just for 1 year, but for decades and things of that nature. I remember when I got connected to singers and musicians, I performed for her appreciation service in Detroit, Michigan, and I was extremely nervous because as a trumpet player, I wasn't sure that I was going to be accepted. And because if anything, anyone knows anything about the trumpet is not a very popular instrument on church. Actually, we're actually replaced by the keyboard, the brass patch. So I struggled with finding my place. But when Dr. Cole said, I want you to be a part of my conference, I didn't know what she was talking about, because the only thing I knew was private lessons, playing in the orchestra. I'm like a big music nerd. I only knew going to Carnegie Hall, anything like that. Like, I played at church, but they always out shouted me with the brass patch. I didn't have a place. They never told me the names of the songs they were going to play. I just had to kind of figure out. When I started learning how to play shouting music, I'm going to play one note, and I was on concert B flat. That's only I knew how to play. And so, I'm being honest. So when she asked me to be a part of SMAC, I was like, oh, there's a place for me. There's a place for me as a female musician. So, I want to salute Dr. Cole, and I want to say thank you for giving us female musicians a safe place. Thank you for giving us a community, of establishing a community of female musicians. But more importantly, thank you for helping us to establish what I believe, and I know in my heart, that this is going to be a movement. SMAC is just not a conference. It's one movement, it's one sound, and it's one conference. And that's where my heart lies in, and be a part of SMAC. And I will always be a part of SMAC. I will always uphold Dr. Cole's vision, because she believes in the power of music. She believes in speaking into musicians and artists' life. She believes in imparting her knowledge. Wait till you guys see her when she worked with the singers. And I joined in on that exercise, by the way, when she does with the balloons. And that's an exercise that no matter what,
balloon.
Yeah, it's an exercise that not only singers can exercise, but it's something that everybody. And I'll say this, and I'll give the floor to Trina. She has a specialty with knowing the range of a singer, and she also knows music. She also knows, I'm going to brag on you a little bit, she also can play the piano, the organ. Okay? A lot of you, oh yes, we're going way back.
I love that. Yes.
You on mute, So she also can play. And so from a musician, and I'm just going to go here to all my female musician sisters, we give a whole different type of respect to a vocalist that can play, and they can play hymns. If they can't play, they can sing, we just like, okay, well, we just going to take them out of their key, and we're going to move them in the key that we want them in. And listen, dearest Trina, I don't even play organ. I'm a trumpet player. So, I'm on single notes, but he knows, well, you only got 3 buttons. So I can play chords, everything is right here. So, but she can play, and she know what key, because what happens is that, musicians, we try to get over on singers. And we think that, oh, see, Derest laughing. We try to get over, and we're going to shift them. But Dr. Cole knows, and she knows when something is not right. So, her investment into the community of female musicians is something that I think that should be commended. I think that as SMAC is coming, we have a new name for our female musicians, and that is called Grace Notes. And Grace Notes is a community of female musicians, music producers, female sound designers, women that work in music production, whether if you work on any aspect of film, anything that deals with audio, sound engineers. This is the community that Dr. Cole that she has as singers and musicians. And I'm so excited to be a part. And SMAC is back. And guess what? And we coming with the heat. The girls is gonna come. We are coming with this year. And so we want to say thank you, Dr. Cole, for creating this platform for all of us female musicians, that we have a place, and also we can be imparted to.
Dr. Cole, I think this is so amazing. It's blowing up. It's blowing up. It's
all
blowing
of
up.
them, all of them, all of them.
And also, too, for those that are listening, we have a WhatsApp group that we need you to be a part of. Okay, join us. The link is right there. Join us on WhatsApp. All things female musicians, all things related to SMAC is in there. WhatsApp. This is where we're going to be sharing information amongst us. You're going to get up-to-date announcements on Grace Notes, everything that we're doing, and as we lead the countdown to SMAC, because guess what? The vision have to come to pass, and we have to come together as a community, and we need everybody. We need trumpet players. That was a little selfish, but we need string players. We need, if you play a flute, even if you play a harmonica, the cellist. You know, there's no instrument that's off limits. If you are a music producer, we want you a part of our community and our.
Mhm.
Dr. Cole, this is very exciting. Very exciting. The
Yes.
chat is
Oh,
blowing up. The chat is blowing up. People are saying, Dominique, she's a queen of a B3 too. She
come
said, yes,
on.
my son came in 2016 and now he is 13 and playing under the anointing because she gave him a chance.
Wow. Now, see, that blessed my heart today. Let me just
See,
tell you this. Let me tell you this
yes.
before we go to Trina. Um, yesterday, I had to go and speak at a church in Auburn, Alabama. And when I got there, of course, I usually travel with a musician. So Anthony wasn't with me because Anthony usually travels with me. So I had
Jesus.
Dante to call Jaden. Y'all know Jaden Arnold?
Yeah.
Okay. I had him because he lives in Atlanta. So it's like, I flew into Atlanta to drive to Auburn, Alabama. So no, not Alabama. It's that Georgia. Georgia. Is that Georgia? Auburn, Georgia? I don't know where I was, but anyway, I was there. Because they be having the same city but a different state. I don't know
Yes,
where I was, but
that's
I
the
was
truth.
there. And so I was preaching and I was talking about Jaden. And I said, Jaden, y'all just don't understand that this is history recording again. This young man came to my conference when he told me yesterday because I couldn't remember how old he was. He was 13 years old too.
Wow.
He was 13. Y'all hear me now. Listen at this. This is really something because I didn't realize this. And this just goes to show you how history really kind of records again. But he said I was 13 years old, Dr. Cole. He called me Auntie. He said I was 13 years old, Auntie, and you gave me a chance. He said, I was on you had me to do a solo, and then the next time I went in and I actually got into the contest, and of course he was that musician for that day.
Wow.
And so when he won, that was 13 years ago. I mean, his feet wouldn't hardly even touch the pedals yet. But to hear that, y'all go look him up. Go look him up.
He's a
You'll see
beast.
exactly what I'm talking about. The boy is so bad. And I just kept, when I was singing yesterday, because usually a lot of times when I'm ministering, I'll sing a song before I minister. And so this was the first time that this happened with Jaden, because I had done it, I hadn't sung with him. And so when I sung a song, but I was playing with him for a minute. I said, let me just kind of tease him a little bit. So I started singing. And then I said, Jaden, you got me? He said, yeah, Auntie, I got you. So when I started singing the song, I said, this boy is so bad. Oh my God. I turned around and I looked at him. It's even on if y'all go back, y'all can see it. I turned him, I said, hey, because I was so excited because he just knew how to bag up that song. And so I was just so elated to
Yes.
see that that's what it's really all about. I say this humbly that I've made it in the industry. Now it's time for me to reach back and get people like yourselves and pull you forward. That's what my makeup is. My mother was the same way.
Wow.
I mean, people like Rance Allen, Vanessa Bell Armstrong, I mean, Betty Nelson. I mean, all of these people, she
Wow.
helped to create them and to make them who they are today. And that's kind of the mantle that I've taken from my mom to do the same thing. So it's just creating people and seeing how God has developed them. But when I saw that boy yesterday and I saw he's a matured man now. I mean, he got a
you,
beard and everything.
you
I looked
do.
out, I said, boy, he said, Auntie, I'm 25 years old. I
Oh,
said, what?
But you
So
know,
I know, Jada, if you are watching,
shut
man,
your
I was
mouth.
so proud of you. I was so proud of you. You will be on my next few dates, okay?
Yes.
Anthony, Auntie got you, but Come on, let's make some room for these other musicians and give them a chance to explore and get out here. I know he's playing for other people and other singers and other artists, but I love to give him that opportunity.
But you know what, too,
I
DCC
love
and
that.
Nicole and Stephanie in the panel, I'll share with you just to speak to her mentorship. I never forget one time we were in Smack, and I'm thinking, I play a trumpet. I think everybody can hear a trumpet. I came off the stage. She said, "You need a mic," and I said, "What you mean? I'm playing a trumpet. You know, everybody can hear a trumpet. You know, a trumpet is very. Where's your mic?" I got back to my house. I had to call the manufacturer and get the mic because it was something I had never thought about. She was like, "Oh, this is real." She said, "You need a mic," and I'm like, "How do I need a mic?" And everybody was hear me. So I had to go and get a mic because I'm thinking my mind because I'm formally trained in jazz and classical. Well, you just walk up to the microphone and play because that's what Miles Davis did.
Mm-hmm.
To hear that coming from I'm like, okay, well, maybe I do need a mic because, but then what happens in churches is, and the microphones on the podium is all these other things that happen
Mm-hmm.
that you need a mic, and I'm like, what you mean I need a mic? In my head, I ain't got a mic. That's good, like how she mentors and mold the talent.
Mm. And that mic, Sarita, you clamp it on to the horn part of the
Yep,
of
I
the
to the
trumpet.
whole part, and I give the speaker part to the sound guy, and there you go.
Wow.
And it made me become even more professional. Just those.
Hmm. That's
I
amazing.
absolutely love that. Right now, I want to give a shout out to Maggie Wincher, who is in the house. She is one of the queens of the B3 Hammond. She played on like all of the Hawkins records. She is
Ooh,
a
Maggie.
phenomenal musician. I spoke with her
Yes.
today. She's going to see what she can do to get down to smack.
I
So I
hope
said, we
you
would love and
come.
be honored to have Miss Maggie,
Absolutely.
okay, who is
Yes.
really close friends with the David Blakely, by the way,
Oh,
who is one of the
yes.
goats for sure. Most definitely.
Absolutely.
So,
Yes.
Dr. Dorinda, it sounds like Smack is going to be so exciting. And can you speak to like the specific opportunities that you're providing for this next generation and those that are just coming to sharpening their tool set at the Smack conference?
Of course, there is so much you're going to learn at SMAC. Of course, we're going to have the dynamic worship services there. We're going to have professional music and vocal instructions, leadership and ministry development workshops for the singers and musicians, praise teams. That's why I want those of you, and that was a lot of one thing that we did too, that we had a lot of the praise teams coming from different churches
Oh,
so
yes.
they could be imparted as well, because we just don't speak to just one singer, we speak to a team of a praise team as well. Those are worship leaders and creative, there's a lot of creative gifts that are in music, and so we just not only just dwell on just the spiritual part, but we want to impart into you why your gift, why did you choose this? It had to start from a child growing up, and now just to see where you are, you need more information. All of these things are just gonna it's gonna be powerful. Of course we're gonna have networking opportunities, you from respected leaders, live showcases, and then not only just for the adults, we have an adult showcase, but we'll have a youth showcase as well.
Ooh, yes.
On that Saturday, we're asking all of the mothers, bring your young people out for that Saturday, from 9 to 12. 9 to 12. I promise you, it won't be all day. And then my grandson,
Yes.
he's going to be preaching. He's going to be preaching a word. He's got a little word for these young people. So
Yes.
he's going to do that on that Saturday. So that's what we're going to combine that. We'll have a showcase with the young people. That's why it's important to make sure you register. You got to
That's
register so
right.
you can be a part. And parents, it's so easy to do it. All you got to do is just go to the website, therentaclarcode.com, and register. Once you register, you are automatically in. We have all of that for you. We'll train your young people. Matter of fact, I'll sit in on some of them sessions and teach them. So you just gotta be, your face gotta be in the place. It's gotta be in the place. So parents, y'all know I'm looking for you. If I get the parents, I got. If I get the children, no. If I get the children, I got the parents. If I got
That's
the
right.
parents, I get the children. So yes, this is your opportunity to invest in your child. We talked about that yesterday about investing and how do you do that. Every last one of our parents or guardians had to invest in us to make us what we are. And
Facts.
so that's what we're going to be doing. So please make sure you go and register. But that's some of the things that are going to be happening. I don't want to give it all away, but yeah, that's what's going to be happening.
That's awesome. Hey, Trina and Derest, let's hear from
Yes.
you a little bit. And Trina, can you speak to, your experience as one of the queens of the
Yes,
B3
she
Hammond? Okay.
is one of the queens.
She reharmonizes too. And Derest is a beast herself,
Woo!
which I'm going to let Derest talk about this track that she done put it. Y'all got to hear this track. She, listen,
Let's talk about Derest first, and
this track
do that.
sound that she done made.
I'll put
See, I
myself
haven't
in the
heard it. They
edges.
heard it. That's why they screaming. I can't wait till I get it.
This
Whew.
and she said
Listen.
Trina, she called you first. I'll go after you.
this was just a draft. Trina, did she say this was the draft?
Yeah, she
Yes.
just says it's the
A
first
draft.
draft.
Yeah,
Are
let me
you
take
kidding
let,
me?
let me take my bobby pin out so I can get comfortable.
Bobby pin.
Yes, let me take my bobby pin out. I said, all right, let me get a sip of this water.
Oh, get a little swig of the water. Amen. Let it bless your life. Let it bless you. Let it bless
Hallelujah.
you. The
Let me
Most
let
High.
me say this. I am first and foremost. I want to thank Auntie Dodo, Dorinda Grace.
Mhm.
I met her back in Virginia, and she gave me the opportunity of a lifetime. I had to sing.
Wow, that's
I was
great.
nervous. I said because I knew Angel. I knew her niece Angel before I met her. Me and Angel had been friends for years, and I don't know. I sang "Safe in His Arms." And that's when my
Wow,
EP had
man.
came out, and she put me on her show, and it's been a blessing ever since. And so I'm always grateful, very grateful, because out of all the Clark sisters, you usually see Twinkie or First Lady Karen or Aunt Jackie, but the fact that I was able to see the raspy one, the sexy one of the Clark sisters, and I love all of them, but Auntie Dodo has a very special place in my heart, and I just want to publicly say thank you for every
Absolutely.
opportunity that you have given to me, and to all of us, and that's why I'm connected to everybody now. So I will say that I was one of the first to head on the female musician band, the first band, and I thank Syreeta because she was the coordinator of all of that, and
Uh-huh.
so we had Joy the drummer, Vincella Joy, who went off and played with Beyonce. Then we
Mhm.
was playing on the bass, and then Ashley Gilo, who was on lead guitar. We know her as Juno the artist. She's gone out and played with a lot of people. And Simeon Hughes, she was on keys and organ. So that was like a powerhouse moment for us, and it's just been on the up and up and up for us ever since. So I'm really excited to have this connection. Stephanie and I have known each other for over 20 years.
Yes, my sister from another mister.
Absolutely. I actually prophesied to her, told her that she had Judah within her.
Live
How
back.
ironic would it be? I said, I had a Dorinda Clark Cole prophetic moment on her. And I told her she had Judah within her. I said, there's Judah in you. And 9 months later, she has a son named Judah. So you just never know how you can really just touch someone. Derest is my little sister who is killing right now.
Yes, she is.
I heard the draft, and I'm gonna let y'all know I'm facilitating. I'm kind of like they had passed the baton on to me, and I said I'm not gonna play, but I'm really actually have a heart to facilitate a lot of the young ladies that are coming in, so they know exactly what to expect as a female. Sometimes as females go through a little some things that the men don't go through, So I'm kind of like the big sister. And guess what, Auntie Dodo? They call me Auntie now. I'm 52, so I'm Auntie to Kiera and a couple other, Kiera Jones from New Orleans, and she can play. So, everybody that's in this chat, I'm just really excited to see them. But I am so grateful. And I saw my mom; she was in the chat. So, mom and dad, hi, mom and dad. Just so grateful for thanking God for both my parents. They just celebrated 55 years of marriage. So thank God for their continued support. My dad has finally retired at pastoring for 43 years, but he's still preaching because he got to preach tomorrow and I got to play for him. Hallelujah. So, but just so grateful, just grateful. And is it Jerron or is it Jaron?
It's Jaren. Jaren, yes.
Jerron's okay.
I get Jaren a whole lot, but it's Jaren.
That is Jaren. Your expertise with vocals, amazing. The way that you break that down. So I'll be learning from you. I had a vocal coach, Joseph Thrower, back in the day, but the way that you actually really break it down. I'm a lyric mezzo soprano. So I am going to be learning from you. So I just want to let y'all know, even us as facilitators can also learn.
That's right,
as well. It's never too late to learn. Always be a sponge. Don't get comfortable where you are. My dad always said, do not be predictable, be unpredictable. So I am expecting to learn from everybody here. I'm learning from Derest I'm just like, okay, girl. I'm learning from everybody. I might even toot and blow a horn. I mean, Psalm 33:3 says, sing unto him a new song with a loud noise. So you never know. I just want to take that time out. I'm just really excited about everyone coming. I believe Dominique Johnson from the Shy is coming.
Yes.
Sarah is coming. All of these sisters that I know that are coming are just so integral with their gifts. Angel Knotts from Columbus, Ohio. She plays drums. I think I've seen a couple of saxophone players. And if y'all play strings, guess what? I know how to score. I can write that out for you. So come on through. But I'm going to shut up and let the MD talk, because what she came up with, Auntie Dodo, is like, ooh-wee. So I'm going to put myself on mute. Go ahead, Derest. Praise the Lord.
Talk about that track.
First of all, Lord, I'm honored to be on here. I'm just still blown away. Even getting the call to be a part of this is so mind-blowing to me. And it's funny, too, because I have no idea why, but whenever they brought Smack to Dallas, I don't know. I think I heard about it after the fact. That was before I could drop. So I'm just really happy to be a part of this moment. And, you know, we're working so hard. Everybody is trying to get things together. They asked me to put together a couple of the things to showcase the female band. So I just, you know, Syreeta was like, oh, you got to make it hot. You got to make it this. You got to make it that. I was like, okay, I'm going to do my best. So I'm just really grateful to be a part. And I'm also excited about getting to see some of the people who are going to be attending and coming, allowing them to have the chance to shine as well. I know we are still accepting registration for everybody, but especially the female musicians. I can guarantee you, if you put yourself in the place where you basically setting yourself up for an opportunity, you never know what could come out of these things. Even just me in this particular situation, of course, with Dorinda seeing me at the women's convention. I was trying to decide if I was going to be there, and I just felt like, okay, I need to be here. There's some type of reason I feel like God is pulling me to be here. So it's really obvious to me that I was supposed to be there for a reason, especially being here now because of this. So you just have to put yourself in the room. And so I'm urging everybody that is a aspiring musician, artist, singer, whatever you do, make sure that you go and make those connections, network. Basically, you never know what kind of information you receive. We have so many classes in store for you all.
Phenomenal classes.
Just like people were saying, they're coming to learn, even if they are a facilitator. I'm excited about learning. I'm excited about the different things that are being offered. And so I'm just excited. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to see what God does through this conference.
Let me ask you, dear. So you came to the women's convention not knowing that you would actually be the key queen organist.
I knew we had a number of musicians from the
Wow.
Texas area, and I knew I was going to be a part of it. I didn't expect to play as much as I did. That was
Oh my
Awesome.
God. Are you
yes,
It
serious?
was meant to
yes.
be, girl. Meant to
I
be.
did see that's what you were just talking about. You just never know what opportunity and what door may open just by you just being there. And I know sometimes when we go to these conferences, and I think this is a thing with musicians, period, because you have a one set of musicians and you think you'll never get a chance, but it's always a chance. You never know. Because I've seen it happen so many times when Twinkie would call somebody up and she'd say, you know, they tell me you can play. Come up here, let me see. And the rest is history. I mean, you just never know what that opportunity will do for you. There's one person, and I know she probably is on here, Phoebe.
Tamika,
Yeah,
the
no,
Furbies.
Phoebe John. No,
Phoebe, what?
Phoebe, Phoebe John.
Jones.
Yes.
Yes, Phoebe Jones. Now, Phoebe would come to the conference, and I didn't even know the girl could play. First of all, because she was quiet. She was, she was how they say she was always shy, and I'm looking on Instagram, and I'm looking at this girl holding down a whole church, and singing and playing. I said, this girl, she was fooling me. I didn't know she had all of this in her. It was mind blowing to see that she started out, and Trina, you remember when she used to come to the
Yes,
conference,
yes, ma'am.
and she would always hang around, but we never knew what talent that she had. We knew she could play, but we didn't know. You know how you got some musicians, they look like they can play, and then they get on there, and then they get off real quick because they don't want you to know they can play. But
True.
so that's what I want to say to a lot of the musicians. When you come to glean, because there is going to be so many. Let me tell you, Ben Tankard, he
Oh,
had
the
he
goat.
had a session. He had a session with the musicians, and when I tell you, the musicians was crying. They was, I mean, the power of God came in there, and
Oh,
it was like they was on the altar, just giving their talent back to the Lord, saying, "Lord, please just redo it again, redo it. Lord, I'm gonna do better. Lord, I'm gonna do." It was something. And it's just those kinds of moments that happen that you can't capture again. That's why I'm trying to get all the videos, Syreeta. I'm trying to get all the videos from old Smack so that they can at least see or capture some, or they can see what was captured back then, so that we can kind of relive it, so they can see where we started. So, dearest, thank you so much, honey, for all that you are. I'm glad you are on board, and now she coaching for life, for real. And I'm gonna tell you something else that I found out from Dearest. I saw her on Instagram, and she was playing with the church. And when I tell you, she was giving out them codes. Go to the four, the 4 5 4,
goat.
5 2 1, 1 5 4 1 1 1 2 3. It's like, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
See, nobody knows what goes on in that pit but musicians.
Hmm.
And it's a new wave of our music today, that every organization is catching on to it. That track, you can't have a service without a track.
no.
Can you imagine that they back in the day they ain't had no tracks? They better have somebody that could keep time on those drums.
Better.
That's the way to say that. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna check it.
And if you didn't, they'd be doing like this. Come on, come on, come on. So it's so much new wave things that are happening. To every musician need to know what goes on in the pit.
Yeah,
That's a good topic.
that's a good
What
one.
goes on in the pit?
Yes.
What goes on in the pit? What
I'm
what
glad they
what
don't have
really
to talk.
happens?
I don't
Who
have,
call out the shots? Who call out, what y'all call that, codes, or what do y'all call? I just made up something.
just the numbers.
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 Yeah, you gotta know that stuff. That's why
That
I'm getting
theory.
that music class.
That
I'm gonna
music
get in that
theory.
musicians class and find out what they doing. So if I have to play, I
Yeah.
know to go from the 1 to 5 to 4 4 3 3 2 2 2 1.
You know it, Dr. Cole. You know it.
It's like solfege, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do,
That's
same
it.
thing.
That's all it is. It's the scale.
Oh,
It's the chords
my.
built on each note of the scale. You know it.
Yeah,
I
they
know, I did not know that.
Yes, ma'am.
And let me tell you something. There's a difference between see, there's a solo musician and then there's a band.
because everybody can't play parts.
You see,
And
and that's why it's important to understand how to play with everybody and not so low. So low, so we can't hear you. We don't want to hear you. No, just kidding.
Well, well,
So, I mean, these are some of the things that we're going to be, bringing out. I can't wait. I'm excited about coming, y'all. I'm a little weary in my body, but I believe God going to give me strength before I come.
yes. Well, Dr. Cole, I'm very excited about this conference. And
Yes.
not we are creating space for the men and singers, but there's
Yes.
something special that you're doing for the women. Can you tell the women why is it important for this time around for them to be in the room at SMAC?
Well, and that's a really good question because the Lord put it on my heart that there's a lot of women that are emerging. They're emerging in the church ministry. And so oftentimes they are hid. And so now it's time for us to have, as Syreeta said, a community.
Mm.
This is a movement for the women. I mean, the men got it. They holding that down. But the women, there is so many anointed, powerful, and I'm not talking about preaching. I'm not talking about preaching. I'm talking about your
yes,
artistry, singing, and musicians more importantly, because they have been overlooked. They've been overlooked, and I think that this is one of the things that and I got a surprise for y'all. Twinkies coming. Twinkie is coming for sure. I told her, I said, now you can't be bagging out now. Look,
Wait a minute.
now come on, we're gonna give you some Geritol. You gonna come this time.
Come through, Twinkie. Come through.
I gotta practice then. I for real gotta. Well, I've been practicing.
That
Every day.
oh my God! So that's gonna be a set. She said, "I want to be in on the session." Now, see if she's saying, "I
Wow.
want to be in on the sessions,"
right. That's right.
on y'all musicians.
Wow.
And Dr. Cole,
That if Twinkie is saying, "I want to be in on the sessions," that's saying that you're never too old to learn.
that's right.
You're never too old to learn. So, yeah, that's the little surprise that we got. That was our guest, our guest organist this on the panel that you don't see. But yeah, she's gonna be with us. Of course, Ben's gonna be there. There's so many artists that just shows that's gonna be showing. Tiffany Boone is gonna be there to talk to us about praise and worship. Of course, Jared's gonna be there, and I mean, all of these people are going to impart into the gift that you already have. You wanna better your gift, right? I want
Yes.
to
Come
better
on.
mine. I
Yes.
want to better mine, and I feel that the more that I learn, the better that I can understand and relate to these new singers and musicians. Some of these, I may not do the runs like they got some of these runs going, but I can get close to them.
You know,
Jared, Jared, I can get close to him,
You
right?
you listen. We listening to you for the runs anyway, so it doesn't
yes.
matter.
Yeah.
We all listening to you for what we need to do.
You're the
Oh,
you're the run map.
oh
You're
my
the car,
Listen,
the
God.
run
Yeah.
map,
to us.
the
Oh my
GPS
God.
He
for
just
the
breaks
runs.
it down, like
So much to learn. It is so much to learn. We're never in a place where we think we got it.
That's right. That's
You
right.
always want to have room for God to expand your gift and to explore your gift because He says a man's gift will make room for him. And not only make room for him, but He's going to set you in front of some people that's got the money, that's got the place, Kennedy Center, Carnegie Hall, Syreeta.
Yeah.
You know, God sets you, your gift allows that. And some people don't make it in them rooms because their ego is so big.
That's
Their ego,
Talk, talk.
they got too much pride and just I'm so full, as Bishop Fleming say, you smelling yourself. Just so full of yourself.
Somewhat
You
regular.
know, and so that's what I see that God can do. If you can just only get there, I promise you the rest will be history. You will never ever forget, or you will never, no, you will never forget another or miss another smack conference.
I want to chime in on that, Dr. Cole, because I think there are many people just in some churches and in the music arena that are comfortable with being mediocre, right? And so,
Mm,
like, many times I have been in scenarios where people call mediocrity excellence. And
mm,
so, what would you say that this smack movement is going to do to encourage musical excellence with musicianship, excellence in your spiritual walk,
mhm.
excellence with your branding, excellence as an artist? What would you say to that for smack and how that ties in?
Well, it's gonna bring all that. That's why I like when we do our sessions. I like it that we have one setting, but we change the teachers. And what I mean by that is a one audience. So that audience may be made up of people that can't sing. It may be made up musicians. It may be made up of singers. It may be made up of ushers. It may be made up of just that whole audience. They're getting everything in one setting from all of these. Matter of fact, it's just gonna be so much information until this. I think they're gonna scream. They're gonna be like, it's so much, it's so much. That's why you gotta make sure you come and make sure you have plenty of paper. Make sure you store up on your phone so you can. I promise you, that is going to be one thing that I know that a lot of the people leave with. They say, "Oh my God, it's so much information." Those that, as you said, just are fine with the mediocre. Are you serious? You don't want to do any better?
They think they've arrived for some
No,
reason
you still gonna play the same chords.
that you played
Where
25 years ago.
you see what I'm saying? Them
Just
chords are
saying.
not gonna work. Matter of fact, when you look at the audience now, the musicians, and I'm not saying that they control the service, but when you see a musician and they're on the organ and they're playing and there nothing is happening, that means you need to go back and practice or something.
say it loud for the people in the back.
You see? For y'all in the back. No. You gotta go and matter of fact, how much time, and this is one question that we need to make sure we ask, how much time do you spend in practice? How much time do you how much time do you spend in practicing on the songs that the choirs rehearse for Sunday?
That's right.
Because a lot of times we go off of what key is it in? Oh yeah, I think yeah, that's easy. No, it's not easy. It's not easy because you're not playing it like the record. We need you to play. We need you to play it like the record because you going in your direction, and your direction is taking us in a whole nother direction that we wasn't expecting to go into. You gotta know that song, and you can't be up there on the way to rehearsal. I've been talking about, oh yeah, I think
Oh,
I got it planned it in your car, and then you get to rehearsal. We gotta see if you know the song, and then they be like, "No, we don't know it. Can you do it next week?" No.
Right. Right.
See, these are things that we talk about in those sessions. Y'all got listen. I don't want y'all to miss smack, 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 smack is back. Oh yeah. You need to be there.
And
You
she
need to be there.
and she's giving her accent.
gotta be there. You gotta be there. I promise you, you're gonna learn so much stuff. And y'all know some of the stuff that we're talking about, we do need to implement it. Let's not forget.
Well,
Jaron, we need to implement a lot of the stuff.
For
Because
sure.
I may forget. And I don't know if the Holy Ghost is gonna bring it back at that time.
He will, because that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna bring it back. Give it to her, Lord. Give it to her.
Give it to her, Lord. Give it to her. But yeah, that's stuff that I know, and of course I know, Jaron, you're putting together, I'm sure with Faith and the George them that curriculum for these singers as well. The things that we know need to be implemented in this day and time. Okay, things that we see some of the struggles that are going on in churches. I want to be able to help that local church, storefront church, because there's a lot of people that are coming and they may be from a storefront church, a small church, but we can enhance their gift by just giving them what they're, and there are going to be a lot of questions asked. And we want to be able to not let them leave there without getting their questions answered, because that's what they come for. That's what they pay their registration for.
I think that's powerful. I want to pause real quick just to acknowledge this comment by Prophet McCammer. He said, "You know you can run, Dr. Cole."
No, some of
Them
them
runs.
some of my runs been incomplete.
I've not heard one. Praise the Lord. Not one.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Don't believe that.
No, Lord, but no, I'm excited about that though, Stephanie. I think this is going to be powerful. I think it's going to be one of the best conferences for this year, and it's so many artists that say, "When are you coming back with Smack? When are you coming back with Smack?" That's the number one thing I hear all the time. When are you gonna do Smack? So now that we have the time, now that we have the dates, it's so easy. Even listen, somebody sings a song, and I think y'all know who it is. If you, what is it? Can't make it by well, trailways. Na 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 na.
Olita.
Adams. Olita Adams.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Mountains
Get
between
there
us.
if you
Oh,
can. Get there. Get there. Even if you have to go by canoe.
Canoe.
Just make sure you got to change your clothes.
That's right.
But
Dr.
yeah.
Green, can you
Yes.
talk to how special that this opportunity is for these emerging and established female musicians that you're creating for them with this female band
Oh God.
with the
Yes.
ladies' night on your opening night on Wednesday? Can you tell them as we're putting up this WhatsApp so they can join the community to be a part of this collective and initiative?
Man, let me tell you something. This right here, and they're gonna be doing this on my night. So
It.
Wednesday is the start of the conference. Okay, of course, yours truly is supposed to be the guest speaker, but I wanted to be ladies first. Ladies first. Ladies first. It's gonna be ladies night. We're gonna have the ladies band. I mean, this is what I want. This is what I want. I'm excited about that. And let me tell you something. Everybody will have an opportunity. Now, this is what I want to say though, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Now, if the Lord, if the Lord has blessed you with the gift, if he has blessed you with that gift to play, don't be sitting back in there. If we say how many musicians in there, you better have your hand up or God go cut it off.
Cut it off.
He gonna cut that hand off. Because you sitting up there lying in the church, we telling you raise your hand, and you sitting up there like this. No, you raise your hand so we can know we trying to pull you out.
That's right. That's right.
Do you know there's a lot of people that do that? How many musicians we got in here? You don't want to, because you don't want to be called out. No, we ain't gonna put you on the spot. We ain't gonna put you on the spot. No, I'll never embarrass anybody. Now that's, you got to know that from me. Know that from Auntie Dorinda. I will never put you in a place of embarrassment. But I do want to see what you got. I do want to know how we can help you. That's gonna be, I guess, my motto. How can I help?
And I want
That's
the ladies to
usually,
chime in on that too, like
yeah,
Trina and Syreeta and
yeah. Come
Derest.
on.
It's some fire. That track, I'm going back to that.
Well,
Dr. Cole, wait till you hear that track she made.
Yeah, that track, because I want to be like Judy Chris McAllister. Hallelujah. Yeah.
What?
I would say,
Yeah.
everybody that's in the chat and just listening, that
Put my Judy glasses away. Yeah, it's tight.
this
It's tight.
conference, she's given us access and opportunity. And very rare do you find someone of her caliber and status that's given us access to the knowledge that she has. We're getting access to almost over 40 plus years of being in the entertainment, gospel entertainment industry and in ministry. So, Dr. Cole, we thank you for giving us access to your knowledge. So, I want to encourage everyone to join our WhatsApp group, be a part of the movement, join Grace Notes. That's the name. That's what we're going with, and we can't get another opportunity like this. And a lot of talent artists, especially seasoned art talent, they don't give access to artists. You almost it's like it's very tough to get. So thank you for that. Thank you for giving us access, and to all of the people that are going to be registering. She's given us access and opportunities. You have to join this movement. It is vital, and you must be there. You cannot afford to miss. Do not get an idea after the fact. You have to join the movement, because this is just not just a conference. It is a movement, and we're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. So thank you, Dr. Cole, for giving us access to the knowledge and
Absolutely.
into us. And before I turned over to Trina, one thing that I admire about Dr. Cole at this conference is that, and I've learned about her over the years, is that you would very rarely see her complaining about a lot of things. If something that's bothering her, you almost kind of gotta like, you okay, and she never complains. And even in tough situations, she never complains, and she still stayed true to what God has given her. So that's, as young artists and emerging artists, there's things that she's going to impart. There's things that all of the panelists and the facilitators are going to impart. And thank you for giving us access. And that's what you're going to get.
Trina, we want to hear from you, Queen.
All I gotta say is I'm excited. Not only just everybody always sees me playing. That's great. But now you get a chance to see me in the background being able to facilitate. So there's some stuff that I'm gonna show, like this sounds great, but let's try it this way. Or let's try it that way. That's what I'm excited about. I'm just, what I'm excited about? I'm excited about the word that's going to be brought forth as well, because musicians and singers, we need to be poured into. We really do. We need to be poured into, because we pour so much out. And I know when I start my day, I start out with prayer, and believe it or not, every day my meditation prayer is, I'm still here, because if I was on God's agenda, then that means that my assignment is still yet to be, done. So I still listen to that, not just because it's Dorinda Clark Cole, but that is a testimony to me. When I look back over my life and what I've been through, y'all see that I got 2 degrees back here. I'm in grad school now. So that's when I look back over my life. Woo, I'm not going to preach tonight because I feel it coming. But anyway, I just know to be poured back into. I'm just ready to be poured back into by the word and by what everybody here on this panel has to offer. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I'm looking at everybody. Yogi, I see you. I want to see you there.
Yes, Yogi.
Yes.
Yolanda.
And Nina. Yeah, I want to see
She's another goat too.
Yeah, come on, y'all. Y'all gotta come and kick it with us.
Yes, come on, these female musicians. Come on. We want y'all. I want to see y'all. I want to see y'all commenting. Let me know you coming. Get your ticket. Get your ticket to drive there. Float there.
We got a lot of Ohio, Jen. I didn't know that you was from Ohio. You from Akron, Kent, Akron?
Akron, Ohio.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
me and Stephanie live in the same city. We right here.
Wow. Isn't that something?
OHIO.
What?
Right.
So
Derest, you have we want to hear from the harmonizing queen, one of the harmonizing queens. That track. Can
Yes.
you tell that this female community that we're asking to join the WhatsApp, what can they have to look forward to with that fiery track that you have designed? Praise the Lord. Yes.
Before I forget, I'm gonna say this too because I know we've been talking about opportunities for musicians and singers. I believe another initiative that we're doing with the conference is the A Song Is Born, where
Yes.
writers can submit. And I meant to mention that not just because I'm a songwriter, but it's a very, very great opportunity and platform for
That's
anyone who
good.
is wanting to get that, exposure and all that. I think that it's amazing that, Dr. Cole is choosing to do that. Of course, it was amazing back in the day when Maddie Moss Clark did it. Wish I
Yes.
was back in those days. I wish they would bring it back. But it's,
Mhm.
something that you all want to take advantage of. As far as the track is concerned, we are still, looking for people to register. As I said before, we're still looking to see who is coming. So if you want to play, you want to be a part, you want to have an
Yes.
opportunity to shine, please register. Please
Mhm.
register so we can know who's coming. And I don't know what I'm allowed to say, not allowed to say. I would say
Say it.
the
Just say
registration.
anything.
We need some bass players. We need some more bass players. I'm putting out, if Dr. Cole is putting out APBs, I'm putting out
That's
APBs.
right.
We need a female bass player. So
Come
please,
on.
and email the we have the email, right?
I'll put it up.
Make sure to email and send your information in. And also, when they reach back out to you and they're telling you to register, we're doing that so that we can have your information to basically keep track of who is coming. So please follow through. Please register. If you're going to come, put yourself in the room and make sure that you give yourself every opportunity. So
I want
That's
to chime in
awesome.
on that. Anybody who knows any bass players, go ahead and tag them in this post right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tag them in this live stream. And we also want to give an opportunity for all the female musicians to shout out what you play. Go ahead and put that all in the chat.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you and where you're from. We want to know what state you're chiming in from, what country you're chiming in from, because this smack is going to be so amazing.
I saw in there. I saw Alexis, the trumpet player, in there. I saw Dominique in there, organ. I saw some of our folks, a lot of our female musicians in there, saying that they're going to be there with the instrument. I saw
Good.
a saxophone player in there. I saw a cellist in there. I saw a guitar player in there. I saw
Wow.
the drummer. I saw her in the chat. So listen. Eyes have not seen and
Come
ears
on.
have heard what's getting ready to happen. Hey, while we shouting out, we need some horn players because we can't.
Come on, horns.
Yeah.
Ohio is in the house over here. Okay, I'm sorry. Midwest is the best. I'm sorry, Syreeta, but y'all, I gotta say it real quick. 'Cause Ohio, Michigan. We got a sound, and I just wanted to point that out.
We got a sound,
Yeah, we do have a sound. Midwest has a sound. East Coast has a sound. The Dirty South has a sound. And
Come
West Coast,
on.
yeah, they got a sound. But
We need a trombone player. We need some trombone players. So because we need to have a horn section.
see,
Right.
we got a lot of piano and organ players.
And a trumpet player, but we need a trombone player.
Come on, trombone.
Yes.
Terrence from Detroit. Terrence from Detroit.
Yeah, I talked to Terrence the other day. I'm going to give him another call, but we need a female trombone player. Don't make me have to bring my baritone horn.
Oh, yes. Come on, euphonium. Yes.
We want that horn sounding like Jimmy got some.
No. Tower.
Yes.
We need some trombone players. We need a tenor saxophone player. And
Come on.
There we go. Lexi Hamner, trombone player. Okay, where they from?
Yes. Yep. Hey, Alexis, sweetheart, we're gonna talk. Go get Lexi. Tell her the trumpet lady is looking for her.
Yeah, that's tight.
And
Come on, get them.
we need a flautist. We need somebody to play flute and piccolo because on those ballads.
Come on.
So that way, Derest, on that arrangement, there's a slow part. We need a flautist. We need somebody to play flute. We need somebody to play piccolo. We even actually need a soprano saxophonist.
I played clarinet in high school.
Well,
me too. We all played all instruments. We trying to figure out which one we was gonna play.
Bass clarinet and clarinet. Hallelujah.
You know, I could never understand why did the band teacher want us to play all the instruments. I guess they were saying we're gonna see which one you like.
Yeah.
Lots of reeds. So I was like, you ain't gonna keep wasting my money on these reeds.
Right.
Yeah, them reeds. Yeah. Come on, Alexis, you point them all out. Let's get that WhatsApp so they can join the WhatsApp. We got a flautist, we got a trombone player.
Cause I want a lead guitarist too.
Oh, we got one.
Y'all got some? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But now we need another and another one.
Let's get another one.
Yeah, let's get all the ones we can, y'all. Yeah.
Come on. Because I guess they need to know, Stephanie, about the interpretation thing that I want to do, other than what we've talked about, Syreeta. I used to do this a long time ago, and what it is that everybody has their own interpretation of a song. We're gonna have 5 songs. We're going to have 5 songs, and what we're going to do is we're going to have every musician, going to have an organist, you're going to have a keyboard player, you're going to have a bass guitar, you're going to have a drummer, and you're going to have 4 musicians, and they're going to have to, with them 5 songs, well, we'll just use one song right now. Like, we have to do something like, I wanna praise you forever. Forever. So everybody knows the song, right? All musicians should know the song. Okay. Then they're gonna play a little bit till they get to the hook. Then they're gonna switch with another set of musicians, female musicians, and they're gonna play it. Let's see what they come up with. Because everybody's interpretation is different for a song.
Yeah.
It's going to be powerful. That's what I can't wait to see. I had done it before, and it was just simply amazing to see that everybody didn't play nothing the same. Everything was different. You had the same melody, but you played, you had added a little spice, brought them drawbars out. No.
All of them.
You see what I'm saying? Right. And then, of course, this is another thing that I think musicians don't know now, is that the organist is not playing foot pedals.
I can't stand.
No, because seriously, they think that they're supposed to play as foot pedals when you got a whole band. Girl, you better get your feet up off the foot pedals.
Dearest.
Unless
it's like Dracula, sounding like Dracula.
Wait a minute. Unless it's Twinkie. If Twinkie is on the organ, you don't need no bass player. She gonna drive that bass.
Okay, she will do that. She will do that. But we have to tell her sometime. We be Twinkie, don't play no pedals. We be like, she knows now, but we be like, Twinkie, don't play no pedals now. Don't play. Don't we know you are the Hammond, the queen of the B3 Hammond organ. We know you are. You all that, but don't play no pedals today.
Said Dracula.
No, we are not doing that. You only do that when you soloing. When you by yourself. And see, we have to tell some people that they don't know that. They still be playing the pedals while you got a whole band. Now I guess the bass player probably saying, well, what is that here for?
You don't need me.
Right.
It goes for keyboard players too, because they bad about it too sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's
Sometimes.
true. That's true.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Darren, ain't you glad you ain't got to deal with that? Actually, I really like to bring you to my church. We need some
Ooh,
singer
Jesus.
correction. Amen. But anyway,
Listen.
Yes.
I'm asking the Kim.
Jaron, let
My
me ask
God.
Jaron. Jaron, what are some of the issues that you see in the church that really bothers you?
Whew, you asking a good question there.
I know you've seen some.
I think one thing that I feel like I wish I heard more is cohesion and vocal delivery.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
like just thinking like, are y'all listening to each other? Are y'all like actually like understanding because like, for instance, I'm not going to sing Richard Small with the same way I'm going to sing James Hall. Or I'm not going to sing, you know, like there's certain sounds, certain things, you know, like just being mindful of how you're actually delivering the musicality of a song versus I'm just going to get up there and sing the notes. Then it's missing the essence a little bit, you know.
Yes,
I feel like all
yes,
these
yes, yes,
composers, these wonderful folk we listen to and have listened to, they wrote for a certain reason, and their singers sang a certain way for a certain reason. And I always try to honor that sound, at least to an extent, when I'm singing or when I'm with people. And I think sometimes we just get so caught up. Okay, the notes are there. That's all we got. Yeah, the notes are important, but how are you saying that word?
Right.
You know, well, how are you going to get louder on this phrase? Are you going to crescendo? You know, like those sorts of things that really kind of make it seal it really musically. So I think that's one thing that I really wish I heard more people do. And I talk about that a lot in presentations that I do. I talk about like, what do you hear the person doing? I remember I was at Hampton about a month ago, and I did a presentation. I actually used Dr. Twiggy Clark, one of her videos. And I said, it was one part, she said, could it be a dream or? And she really laid into the R of or. And I'm like, do y'all hear what she's doing with the consonant R? They're like, oh, what? I said, no. She's going to it slowly. It's not R, or it's not R, it's R.
Yeah.
And it's a really slow turn to it. And I'm like, that kind of stuff to think about when you're singing. You know, like just being intentional about vocal color, vocal layers, that sort of thing. I think a lot of people in church, we just sing the notes and that's it. But like, how do you want to sing it? Be picky, be intentional, you know?
Yes, that's real good. That's some good stuff.
I'm sorry, Auntie Dodo. I had a question real quick from singers with musicians. Jaron, do you believe, and I do believe, I'm always about blending and balancing and tone, and even musicians, especially being on the organ, has a tone. Do you think, well, I believe that, like, if I'm playing organ, I like to try to blend in as well as flawless as possible with the singers if they're all, you know, in unison. How do you feel about that? I just want to know personally.
Yes, that kind of stuff helps. How musicians, how we support each other, because I feel like we're all the same level playing field, like we're all in it together, you know. So how to support each other as singers and musicians, you know, because all of our voice are instruments, you know. Musicians, they use, you know, however they play, but ours is in here. But still, I think that blending and being cohesive, even with the musicians or with the band, I'll say, is very important. I know I was just talking a couple weeks ago about how when I'm like, you know, if I'm leading a song or if I'm singing a song, how the band plays directly affects how I sing. You know, so if they're either playing too loud or not pushing enough, I'm like, you know, so like I love when, you know, if I'm singing a song, I got a good drive on it, I want that band to, push me on, give me the church chords, give me the walks, because that's gonna make me want to like go even harder and like, you know, all of that stuff. If I don't get that, sometimes I'd be like, you know, am I doing too much? I need to pull back. What, you know, am I doing something wrong? You know, or even like the licks in certain songs, like the little, you know, nuances in certain songs that kind of give the song the life that we all know it to have. If those are lacking, I'm like, what I'm supposed to do? I got to sing with something, you know. So like even those things like blending and understanding the musicality from a band's perspective to play with the singer or play with the team, play with the choir. It's so, again, it's like, I'm sure you all understand this as musicians. You're not probably not going to play a Walter Hawkins the same way you play, you know, Ty Tribbett. It's just two different feels. They're both great feels, but it's just two different ones, you know. So that's what I would say.
Now, what do you do with people that can't sing and you got to play behind them?
My God, on today, you
Oh
know,
my God.
see,
You can answer that when we get there in Alabama. I mean, because
Right.
and this is the stuff, and I'm just being honest with y'all. This is the stuff that some people like myself and others have to deal with. You can deal with people that can sing, and you play it just because I believe in playing the record. If it's the choir. Now, if it's somebody that's a soloist and they can't sing, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna reharm the heck out of it. That's my time to really kind of make them sound better. I'm just keeping it real, and these are things that musicians need to talk about with singers. We all, I'm just keeping it real. I mean, if you sound bad, I make them sound like they Grammy Award winning, but I don't get to, Alabama. I just want to see what your thoughts would be with that in Alabama on how to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many layers to that.
I know it
is. I mean, because sometimes a singer may be able to sing okay, but they don't know the song that well. So then you gotta navigate that stuff too, or people just off pitch, or just not sing the pitches of the song, and you don't know what to do around the singer. So you're like, okay, how do I, and I don't how much saving, and I'm asking this rhetorically / I don't know the answer. How much saving can the musician do, or how much do you feel like you need to do before it's like, hey, I don't know what to tell you, in terms of a singer. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Those are things that could be talked about too.
Thank you for your honesty, because I'm constantly learning all the time, and I don't play for the same people all the time. But there'll be some times when I will deal with, like, for instance, my dad's preaching tomorrow, and I know he's going to sing. I know exactly what he's going to sing like. Sounds like Donny Hathaway when he sings. So he's 80 years young, so he makes me sick, and he plays.
Oh wow!
He plays. My dad is a pianist, so he sounds like Art Tatum on piano. So he literally sings like a Donny or a Marvin Gaye, that's his. But when you play with somebody else, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I expect that from other people, male or female, and then I get disappointed. But I don't try to overplay. I try to play right where we should, take much away from what they're doing. But I think that's a really good dialogue for us to have,
right.
Honest, and I wanted to be honest in front of everybody here. Look, I ain't got it all like that. There could be sometimes I'd be frustrated, like, and I just
absolutely. I felt like that too sometimes when I'm singing, I'm still here, and I got a musician that's gonna do more runs than me. That bothers me, and sometimes I'll just go out there. Let me do my runs. Don't you do runs. Because you interfering into, you making me mess up my runs because you trying to run with me. Don't run with me. You run by yourself.
Run your own race.
Run by yourself. Run your own race before you.
Your own song. Don't do it on my song.
Run, Jesus.
You see, and that bothers me and I think this is a good tip for a lot of musicians, because when you're supposed to accompany the musician. When I was doing my last record, what's the baby's name? Oh God, I love him so much. Jason from Chicago, played with Smokey most of the time. Jason actually is playing on that song. I've had to climb mountains, ended up in valleys. And I was trying to find somebody that can come in between. You know how Twinkie comes in between? She doesn't play while we're singing. She'll just have a chord there and then da 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 da. Dun, dee, dee, dee. Dun, 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 dun. Let me fall into your chord. Yeah, let me fall into your chord. And if you playing it right, I'm gonna fall really good. You didn't caught me. You didn't caught me, and you got me for the rest of the song. But I think that's one thing that we need to really kind of help these new musicians that are coming up. You don't have to do a whole lot. Your time to play is to set my song up. Set my song up. Do you know how everybody, come on, play so-and-so, play so. That's your time. That's your time to set me up, and then let me flow, right? And you just accompany me. But I don't think you should do a whole lot of, you know,
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
it becomes very busy.
And I
That's just
feel
the
like
tip
that,
for the musicians.
yeah. And I feel like that goes into being mindful and listening when the musician is
Mhm.
playing with, like, listen to the singer, what they're doing. If they're singing a song, leading the song, listen to what they're doing. And like you said, and being
Mhm.
able to accompany and compliment what the singer
Yes.
is doing. You know, because if
Hmm.
you doing runs all over what I'm trying to do,
That's right.
I'm the same way. I'm making confused. Like, what am I supposed to be saying? I don't even know what
Right.
I'm, you
I
know.
forgot.
But
Right.
like,
I
you can't
forgot
get me
what
off
part
my
I'm in.
key, you know. Like, I mean, you know. So like, I need to know, like, you know, so knowing how to compliment what's going on, and if the singer's driving a little bit, you know, you can kind of push it. If they're coming back, come back on with them, you know, like, it just
That's
feel
it.
them out, you know, a little bit. And
Mhm.
that's, you know, spiritual, and, you know, I think on a tangible, you know, just a social level as well, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, that's so important. Those are things that we would bring up in the conference,
Hmm.
because I know that there's a lot of people, a lot of musicians that want to understand how do we do that and to
Hmm.
be the best you can be. You know, we really got our gifts and talents from God. I don't want us to forget that. We got it from Him, and we would not be known if it wasn't for Him discovering us and saying, I think I can trust you with that gift. Lord, I'm about to preach my message already. Okay, let's come on. Let's go on, Stephanie.
Well, listen, I as we're wrapping it up, because we're about to wrap it up. First of all, I want to thank you guys so much for coming on. The Rose of Gospel herself, Jaren, Trina, Derest, Trumpet Lady Trumpet, Syreeta. Yes, I appreciate all you guys.
Yes.
Dr. Dorinda, what would you say is the last Claritin call as we dismiss for those people to be able to have the opportunity to register, to go to the WhatsApp, become a part of the community? What last words would you like to say about Smack before we wrap it up?
Yeah, listen, it's your opportunity. I think we as musicians, singers, those of us that are in the field of art, that we really hone in on what God is doing for us. This conference is only once a year, and I think that this time that you come, you'll experience it. You'll probably be, I'm sure you'll be back next year because what we've got to offer, it is going to build your morale for music. Sometimes people get a little, you know how we go through a lull? We go through a lull and it's just like, you know, it's okay, okay. But now, no, you're going to get fresh ideas. You're going to get more knowledge of how to incorporate things in your music ministry. And I think this is a better time to do it. It's only a good little 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Just come and hang out with us. I promise you. And you don't want to miss the sessions because the sessions are going to start at 10 in the morning. They was trying to say 9. I said, that's too early. My voice still coming. I said, no, we're going to start at 10.
Oh, Lord.
10 every day, and I promise you it's gonna be an all-day thing. So get ready. You may have to just go back to the hotel and freshen up and come back quickly. But that's how it's been because it's been just that exciting. You can go and register, and I don't want these female musicians to forget about the community that we're building. Something new. I've been seeing a whole lot of people on Instagram, on Facebook, their gifts, their talents. My goodness, and I'll just send it over to Trina, Stephanie, and I'll just say, look at this, y'all. Look at her. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at. Just. I'm just running out. I'm just running out. Because it's so much talent out there, and nobody will know about your talent if you don't get to some of these conferences. And let's network. Let's see what we can do to enhance you in your music ministry. But I promise you, it's going to be on and popping. You talking about Pastor E. Dewey Smith is going to be preaching on Thursday. You got, of course, Melvin Crispell is going to be there. You got Group Fire is going to be. I love my little Sanctified Temptations. They're going to be there. I love that little group. Some singing boys. And then we just the Faith Evans is going to be at our luncheon. We've got a lot of things that are going to be taking place. Of course, y'all see it right here. We've got Marcus McCauley, all the way from California, who is a genius when it comes to musicians. And I mean, the boy is absolutely amazing. We're talking about a arranger. He is just phenomenal. I'm telling you, we've got the top musicians. You can't get no topper than that. So I want you all to make it your business. That's right. My grandson is going to be speaking on, listen, parents, make sure you get your young people there on Saturday from 9 to 1 or 2. We're going to be there, and then we getting on a plane and going home. Okay? So make sure you register. If you want more information, those of you female musicians, listen, we are a movement. I'm included because I'm a musician too. You know, we are a movement, and I want you all to really register. Go to the DorindaClarkCole.com and register for the Singers and Musicians Conference. I promise you, you will not regret it. It will be a blessing to you and whoever you bring. I love y'all so much.
Thank you guys so much for this. Don't forget, female musicians, go to WhatsApp. You want to go to WhatsApp and take advantage of this. I want to thank everybody so much for coming on today. I appreciate the Rose of Gospel, everyone, for your time. We're going to close it out with the video, but thank you guys so much for coming. You guys don't hesitate to register now. Take advantage of your moment in this vibrant and beautiful community of musicians and a network that we're going to be building each other. Iron sharpens irons. We're going to grow from each other. We're going to learn from each other. We're going to encourage each other. There's going to be some opportunity for professional growth and development to launch our gifts to the next level. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportunity that you do not want to miss out. SMAC is back.
Yeah.
And thanks for tuning in on Monday Manna. Come be refreshed, come be sharpened, and come be equipped. SMAC is back, and it's coming to Birmingham, Alabama, August 5th through August 8th, featuring Dr. Dorinda Clark Cole, the SMAC founder and host, Dr. Ben Tankard, Faith Evans, 1K Few, Bishop E. Dewey Smith, Jackie Clark Chisholm, Melvin Crispell III, The Group Fire, Tiffany Boone, Dr. DeMarlo West, D. George Hines, Faith Jones, Quadris Salters, Anthony Taylor, Marcus McCauley, Trina Washington, Anthony Turner, Derest Craig Badge, and Stephanie Chowders White. Experience the power of worship and ministry workshops with unforgettable nights of music, empowerment, fellowship, and impartation. Register now at www.DorindaClarkCole.com so you can experience 4 days of breakthrough worship, ministry, and the arts. Ladies, if you're interested in participating in the all-female band, register and email your content at smacmusicians@gmail.com. SMAC is back.